Having technical difficulties. All right. Hello, everyone. I am excited to get on this live with my girl, Katie. We are going to discuss some things with you. Katie is one of the girls that I work with in the business. She is expecting. So I'm super excited to do this with her. Hi.
Hey, are we on?
Yes. Hi, how
Awesome.
are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Just got
Good.
home.
Good. Did you guys go out for dinner?
Yeah, we did. We ended up there's this place right by where we live that where it's on I guess you would say it's the lake. So it's pretty much lakeside. So it's really pretty. And my husband's been dying to go over there. So today he's like, let's just go. And I'm like, okay, hold on.
No, that's awesome. Did you guys take your kids or did you get a sitter?
No, we took the kids.
Oh, fun.
Um, I mean, we don't have anybody here, so I'm very like thing with leaving my kids with just anybody.
Totally.
So they come everywhere with us.
Yeah. No, we are the same way. We are the same way. It's almost just easier that way, right? Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
yeah.
fun. Well,
I feel like if I leave them with somebody, I'm just gonna be like paranoid the whole entire time.
yeah, you'll be like a basket case. I
Yeah.
know. And when your baby's still so little, it's like I'm sure she has separation anxiety. So then you're like, is she crying the whole time? Like, is she making that
Yes,
person's
and
life
she's
miserable?
and she's not the most social one, so she's very like timid and just kind of like, don't touch me, I don't know you.
She's like, keep your space, please, keep your space. Oh,
Yes,
that's
yes.
awesome. Well, good. I'm glad you guys got to go out. I know there's like a little bit of a time change because it's only 5 o'clock here. It's 8 o'clock there. So, are
Yes.
you in what part of Tennessee?
We're in Chattanooga,
Okay.
so we're still
Okay.
Eastern time.
Okay, very cool. But that's what I love about this business is like it has brought so many of us together from like
Hmm.
all different parts of really the nation. Like, we've got Marissa and Jersey, like there's so many of us just all scattered out. And that's, what makes this all work is just social media. It just is like a big, broad spectrum of so many, possibilities with the business and meeting people and connecting and everything. It's just that's why they call it network marketing, right?
Yes, yes, I
So
agree. And just the fact of, us being able to move and be able to still do the business, like with you and Juliet, you guys are moving all the time, following your husbands in school. And, I moved from Florida to Tennessee and I was solely doing just the business and, my family and focusing on the move. So, just the fact that we have that and you can make that flexibility and still have the time with your family, like I feel like it's so huge.
totally. I agree. I agree 100%. And like you said, we are not stable. Like I think this is the most stable we've been in a while. But like there's still a possibility that we're gonna move in, a year or so. It's just like you just never know. And so that's why I love this opportunity because it allows you to be home with your kids and work your business from wherever, whenever. And it really comes down to like how, do you need an extra $100, $200 a month, or do you need an extra $5,000, $10,000 a month? And it like your hustle determines your paycheck. And I don't know about what gas prices are like in Tennessee right now, but I just filled up the other day and I about died. We are up to like $4.30 a gallon for gas, which that was at Costco. So I don't even want to know what like Exxon or 7-Eleven or what those other pumps are at because, we're seeing it right now in our world. Like inflation is so high right now. They talk about you turn on the news and it's like inflation, inflation. The State of the Union was just a couple nights ago. What did they address? The inflation. Like they the cost of living for, you know, people who are working. They're trying to lower daycare costs, you know, because just to get, you know, two kids in daycare is outrageous, you know, let alone three, four, you know, the list goes on. And so what is gas in Tennessee right now?
Right. Well, it depends on where you go. We get gas at Costco too. So right now we're still under $4, but everywhere else is like close to $4. And I mean, we used to complain when gas was almost $3, and now
Yeah.
it's just like, holy cow, like I wish we can go back to that because
Like
it's
a year and a
so
half ago, I think it
expensive.
was what, like a
Yeah, right.
dollar 80, a dollar 80, and here we are.
It's crazy. Like me and my husband talk about it all the time. And it's like whether you're a single parent or you're married, like no matter what the case is, having multiple streams of income is so detrimental nowadays, especially like you said, inflation's going up. A lot of people like everything's going up, but your income at your full-time jobs. And it's just something that is necessary. And to me, it's just you can do this business and have a full-time job and it doesn't interfere with anything. Like some people I know have to get a second job just to be able to afford. And it's like with this business, you can work your way to get to the point of where you don't have to have a second job, or you can replace this with your permanent job. So
Mhm.
it's just you have that flexibility and it ends up giving you the time that you need, the income that you need. And like you said, your work determines how much you're going to make. So, oh, sorry. Did it? Okay.
No, you're good. You're good. I'm like, oh no,
um
is it my connection?
I hope it has the sound now after that because the last one didn't work. But
Oh no, you're good.
no, like it's something that's needed nowadays, and it's definitely going to determine how much you're making based off of how much you're working. It's like anything you do, you go to a full-time job and you're not working, they're going to let you go. So it's just, to me, it's the fact that we have the opportunities available, and then also the fact of that we can do it anywhere, anytime, in our own time, with or without our family. The flexibility is what's amazing at the same time too.
Totally. Yeah, and I love that. I love what Juliet said. I think it was on her Instagram story yesterday, where it's like, whether you graduate from high school and you go on to college, like anything you do in life is going to take work if you want to reap the benefits. So like if
Yep.
you don't graduate college, you don't have a degree. Therefore, are you going to
Mm-hmm.
be able to get a good paying job? Most jobs out there want you to at least have a bachelor's degree and now a master's. Like now it's not even good enough to have a bachelor's. And so it's like anything you do in life takes work. And that's how this business is if you're not willing to work, you're not going to reap the benefits of making money. And so but I love the flexibility. And I probably, whoever follows me knows that I have a Peloton. I'm obsessed with my Peloton because I feel like that's how I get my personal development each morning when I jump on my bike. And Allie Love is one of the trainers on there, and she's amazing. But I loved what she said today. She's like, why are people so scared to try something new? Like, why are people so scared to make a change? And it's because they are afraid of failure. They are afraid of something not working. And I love that. Like, she's not doing Monet. Like, she's not talking about network marketing or doing, social selling. She's talking about getting people active and motivated to work out. And it's not just, with, working out. It's like with your job, with, wanting to succeed in anything you do. I feel like people are just so hesitant and they just sit back and they just kind of settle for what they have instead of pushing themselves and getting uncomfortable to be like, okay, this is not the life I want to live. I don't want to have to work 8 to 5 or 8 to 6, 5 days a week or 6 days a week, or, have two jobs and miss out on that time with my kids or my husband or not being able to travel. It's the financial and time freedom for me that just makes sense. And I was there, guys, almost 2 years ago, where I was terrified. I'm like, I don't know if I can do this. And it was because I was afraid of failure. I was afraid of it not working, but you'll never know unless you try. And there's just so many perks with this business. Like there's a 30 money back guarantee, 30-day back. I hope I said that right. 30 days money back guarantee where you can get your money back. And then we have all these trainings from women and men who have hit the $1 million club, who have hit, the highest rank you can possibly hit. They are then coaching everyone else. You have a mentor like you or I that help coach you through the business. We have a group chat, trainings constantly. I mean, there's so much. I don't know if I'm forgetting something else. Pregnancy brain is real. I am like so all over the place. But I just think there's so many simple steps that, that you have to like let you succeed in this business,
Yeah, I mean, we're given so many resources, and it's like you said, like I relate on everything you just said about, stepping out of your comfort zone or feeling like you're gonna fail. And honestly, like I've been like thinking back on it, and I feel like a lot of it has to do, I was talking with somebody sometime this week, and I was like, a lot of it has to do with how we were raised in our life from like generations. Like when they say that generation curses are real, like they really are, because, look back at your family and kind of see the things that have gone on, and that trickles down to us as well. Like I've always been afraid to try new things because I'm afraid of failing and thinking that failure is so bad when it's really not,
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like we are all expected to be a certain way when it's 2022. There's so many new things going on. We don't have to live the same way all the time,
Mm-hmm.
and there are different opportunities for us, and we just have to be able to be open-minded. And what I really love about this business, aside from like the time freedom and just the opportunities that they give us, is just being able to work on yourself. Like I feel like that is the biggest thing for me, is being able to mentally know that I'm strong enough to do whatever it is that I put out there or that God gives to me, and know that I will be okay, and that I can make it in this business, that I'm not just some person, and I feel like that's huge, because my self-confidence was terrible, and becoming a mom, it just kind of like goes down even more, because you just forget about yourself, and you're like, oh, I'm supposed to be a mom, this is how I'm supposed to look, what I'm supposed to do. And it doesn't have to be like that, but once you accept yourself and you trust yourself and you go through the motions and you start changing your mindset and working on yourself, like you see a whole different person. It's crazy.
I agree. I've seen such a huge difference in you just since you've joined the
Oh.
business. You've grown, you've flourished, and I feel like we as moms, or just people in general, like we get so busy with like helping others or doing our everyday lives that we forget to like focus on ourselves. And that's why like personal development is so key. Like whether that's writing your Peloton and listening to the trainers, like try to coach you through things, like those things can apply to your fitness goals and your business goals. Like there's so many things that you can do. And that is what I love. Like they say that, network marketing is, or, like social selling is personal development with a paycheck. And I like totally believe that. I'm like a firm believer in that, because if we're not feeding our mind, or if we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing, then how can we expect to grow our minds and then grow our paychecks at the same time, or be a good leader, or different things like that? And I think that's where the fear creeps in, is people are like, oh, I'm terrified, I'm not a good leader, I don't, I can barely lead my myself or my kids or anything like that. And it's like, it's okay. I think there's like this stigma out there where we have to be perfect, where our lives have to be perfect, we have to show up on social media with makeup and our hair done, and act all proper, and like everything is in order. And that's not how life is. And I'll be honest, like last month was a really rough month for me. I mean, well, January was not easy because we had COVID and like the flu, and I was cleaning up like diarrhea, and I was throwing up because I was pregnant at the same time, and things happen. But you know what? That's life. No one has it easier than so and so, you know, like my life is no easier than your life. We all have stuff that we're going through, and it's just so much easier when you have a community, a group of girls, or you know, a group of individuals that can relate, that are like, hey, we're all going through this. It's okay. You don't have to be perfect. It's okay to fail. Like I failed horribly last month. I was not doing what I should have been doing, but that's okay. You just jump right back on and you keep pushing through. And that is what I think everyone needs to understand, is that life happens and things happen, and it's okay. And it's not something that you sign up for and you're like, man, now I've got to be perfect. Now I've got to show up all, you know, I've got to do what I got to do and put on a good front. And so life, you know, things happen, but I could go on and on. But is there anything else you wanted to say?
No, I think you did so good. I mean, honestly, I can't believe this is our first time actually doing a live.
I know.
For those of you that don't know, so me and Katie have never actually met in person.
One day, one day.
Exactly. I was hoping Monations, but yeah, we might have to sew that baby in there.
I was gonna say, I don't trust my body, but I love Tennessee. I want to go back to Tennessee. How far are you from Knoxville? Because we used to live in Knoxville.
We are just about maybe an hour and 45 minutes, 2 hours, so not
Okay.
very far at all.
Yeah, we definitely want to make a trip back. We've got to like show our kids everywhere we've lived, and like Knoxville was like our first stop in this whole medical
Aw.
whole process. So we like first started out in Knoxville and loved it. It's yeah, Knoxville's
Yeah.
awesome.
I
So
love it here. So yeah, but it's just crazy. It's awesome. You know, this is what the community is about. You know, me and Katie have never met, but we talk literally all the time, and we're always conversating about our kids and everything. So, I mean, this is just
you're the
how
one who helped me get reels. Like I got reels, what, 2 months ago for the first time.
Oh my
I mean,
gosh.
I feel like when you start doing anything social media wise, like you're kind of like dumbfounded. I'm like,
Yeah.
I am acting like my grandmother right now, trying to like navigate how to do reels, how to like edit things and whatnot. And so it's just so nice that we can like
But
rely on
thank
each other to get us through these, like, you know,
yes.
what you say hard times, but it literally like reels, what is not a big thing seems like a big thing when you're trying to figure out how it works.
It's a lot of work, but you know, I don't know, like people are like, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know. I just have fun with it, I guess, you
Yeah.
know, like you have to, and it's part of your business, so why not make the best of it? But yours are coming out really good. So,
No, girl, I need to get on
yes.
your level. I still have some work to do, but then again, like that's what I said. It doesn't take perfection to do this. We all start at ground zero. We all, you know,
Yes.
that's why we have this tribe that like helps us all, you know, succeed, which I love.
Yes. Yes,
So,
I totally agree.
well, we are doing more of these. We are doing way more lives together because I absolutely love this. You're awesome,
Yes.
Erica. You're
Oh,
killing
so are
it.
you.
I'm so
Thank
proud of
you.
you.
Thank you so much. You're just one of a kind, and I'm so grateful that we've been able to meet on this journey. So
I
thank
agree.
you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for asking me to do this.
Yes.
And here's to the next one, right?
Yes. Have a good night.
Okay, thanks. You too.
Bye.
Bye.